Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
That land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue.
Welcome back, 10:33. No snowbirds in the studio, just Jason and Kayla Harrison. Kicking butt and taking names as always. How's everything been for you guys this winter season? Has it been pretty well?
Yes, it has.
No, go ahead.
All
You're
right,
the
well,
talker.
just business as usual, man. It's kind of slow, but it's part of being an entrepreneur.
Well, and what I think is cool is that everything that you both do encompasses the previous entity. So, like Cafe111, I think ties in perfectly with LaMay's, just as a different offshoot in a beautiful building and a different location to kind of get everyone's taste buds going in that district. Plus, you got food revival and all of these things that really go hand in hand, and I think help really build branding and especially awareness very much so.
Oh, yeah. It's I wish I could say that was part of our strategic plan from the beginning.
Oh, you should just say that.
Oh, yeah.
Rewind that.
Yeah. Rewind. Yeah. Like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
But it just come together, man. It's like opportunities come, we seize the moment, and it's just like, man, this fits hand in hand. It's just phenomenal just to see where it unfolds.
So let me ask you this. Take me to the start. What was the first business? Was it LaMay's or was it Food Revival?
So very first, I got started off with Jay's Market and Grill, and that was in East Alton.
Okay.
So I started off with a barbecue place there. Yep. And then a year later, we bought into a fish place, which was the Fish Spot was the name of it. Then we changed it to Jay's. And then we moved from there to the old Dairy Queen, which is Gumbo to go.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we had a friend approach us and was like, hey, man, you guys kind of got this wrong. And he's like, you should be able to get money before you even show up, or you should know how much you're going to make. And I'm like, man, I don't get it.
Right.
And so he was talking to us about that. And one day our children came home.
They're starving after school every day, and they're not eating lunch. So we're like, okay, what's going on here?
Lunch is bad.
Yeah. And so...
Was that what it was?
That was.
Yeah.
So LaMay's is actually named after our two daughters, Lakaya and Maylena.
Okay.
Because they were coming home, and they were just starving. They didn't want to eat the school food, and it was just like, we're packing lunches every day. It's like, what's going on? So we just knew that at some point we wanted to get into the schools or daycares after school programs, so it just kind of fell in our lap.
Yep. So then the guy who was talking to us about it gave us an opportunity to get into a daycare. So that was our first contract, was a daycare. And then we moved to after school program. And so our initial goal was just get children to eat.
Right.
Right?
Well, and that's a great point because, when I was in middle school, I saw the transition. This was wild. And I mean this like 100% what happened. There was a slushy machine. There was all this great food that if you wanted to add a little bit onto your account, you could. Mm-hmm. That was tasty, even though it wasn't healthy. You still had something you enjoyed. But it was like in 2 months, all that went away, and we had these soggy chicken sandwiches that were, I'm not being a jerk, but they were mass produced and they weren't good quality meats, and you could tell that the people stopped eating the food. It just went from a complete, we were happy, to a nosedive, and then they were aggravated because they were hungry and going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, that's 100% true.
Yeah, man. So our initial goal was just get children to eat.
That's awesome.
And then as we got into it more, we're like, man, what if we could really get them to eat and give them nutritional food?
Right.
And so Michelle Obama had launched the campaign, with the healthy eating. And the tough part about that with this business is you have a cap of how much the federal government will reimburse for meals.
Yeah.
So I believe it's like $4 and like, 25 cents or something like that. Well, you think about that, you think about healthy eating and how much it costs.
Yeah.
Right? Inflation has went, this number has not changed, which we really need to address that.
Absolutely.
But the barrier was, how can we participate in what she's saying and get children to eat. And it's like, man, it's just been so hard. So we've been just navigating through that process.
It is a tough maze because the idea was fantastic. I mean, the concept of it made tons of sense, but you're right, the transition to how do we do it was a little bit in the gray area because people started interpreting it at state levels and trying to maneuver it down to local government and school districts. That makes it hard. But throughout the years, how are you able to kind of formulate this to really become something to where we're bouncing between the hurdles, we're keeping kids fed, and we're keeping them healthy too, because that nutritious meal goes a long way for learning and just overall health in general.
Right. You got to let the kids talk. They'll tell you what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah.
We get a lot of feedback from our kids and their friends, and I'm constantly saying, what'd you have for lunch? Did you like it? What's your favorite thing on the menu? Because you got to hear from the kids. They're, that's what they want.
Who is the harshest critic of the daughters and the children?
Well, our daughters would rather have salmon and steak every day. So, I mean, it's
Good call.
tough.
That's a
yeah.
good call.
It's kind of hard. They both are the same. They're really good food critics.
But it's good though, and I think it goes a step above just feeding the children. It's also telling them it's okay to have an opinion on something. If you don't like it, tell us so we can figure it out.
Right, and that's what we tell the administrators too when we start new daycares and things like that. We got to have feedback in the beginning. We don't want to serve food again if they're not going to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we adapt quick, man. It's like, so if you say on Monday they don't like that, and it's generally a 21-day rotation, we immediately move it out and try to figure out what can we do, So that's how we.
So you got the first daycare. How long of a duration was it, or a transfer over to get the second and the third, and to get some more, organizations, in the LaMay's territory?
Yeah. So man, it's like once you get in that vein and you do well, people pretty much come to you. Like I received like 2 emails this morning of how we can navigate and come on and partner with 2 organizations. And it's just navigating through that, man, getting through those hurdles, those barriers. I mean, the reimbursement time, like when they pay you.
Right.
Because they're waiting on money to receive from the government. So you have to imagine, man, we do 30 days of providing food. Then we bill them. And then after you bill them, you have to wait 15 days after that. So you have 45 days possibly of no payment. And it could go longer. And imagine, we're doing hundreds of students a day. So imagine the cost we incur with that. And so it's like,
patience is a virtue in this industry, huh?
I was emailing someone at 2:13 this morning about reimbursement.
But see, I would have never even have thought about that.
Yeah.
And was that a big hurdle for just getting started, is realizing, hey, we got some turnover here that we got to wait for?
Oh, yeah. Finances. I mean, with any entrepreneur out there, financial burdens out there, and just learning how to navigate and being able to adapt.
Yeah. Do you guys have a moment to stick around real quick?
Yeah.
It's 10:41. I got to pay one last bill this morning, but before I do that, I do have to fill you in on some important information. We're talking to 2 entrepreneurs that are doing some awesome stuff. Another individual that's an entrepreneur that helps me on this show blabber into this microphone is Denise Sparks. You know what she did? She took on the big trash company. She got tired of all these people getting hateful over trash not getting picked up. One of their drivers tried to fight me in this parking lot one morning. Crazy stuff. Well, Denise said, you know what, for 30 years I've been the queen of junk, and now for the next 30 she's the queen of junk, trash hauling, and weekly trash pickup. All you have to do, go to sparksjunkremoval.net today. You'll find those beautiful purple and yellow trash cans that are popping all up. You put your address in, and yes, Denise and her team call you, not a third-party call center that don't know what's going on. You get someone local, because at Sparks Junk Removal, they're local for their local community. sparksjunkremoval.net. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with this fantastic conversation in the 618.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. insurance. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Amazement in this studio. 1040 trying to tie the song in. It's a hard business, you know. Jason and Kayla Harrison in studio talking all about all the businesses you guys have your hands in. And I think it's, you know, what I think is really cool is you see the impact that Food Revival has, or, you know, a Cafe111 even has, in a LaMay's, because it's a lasting legacy for your family, for the next generation, and our little piece of history. And I think that there's so much of it ties into some of the things that you guys have your hands in the community to help others. And that's a big part of what I think makes you all so successful in what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, as we're getting back to LaMay's Catering, I wanted to talk more about Food Revival real quick. When did the food truck come into play? Was that recently?
It was. So last year, 2023. So we purchased it in 2022 towards the end of the food truck season.
Okay.
So I have a good friend, mentor, Drew Thompson. He owns Homestyle. That's a shameless plug for him. He's going to have to pay me for that one.
It's $50 a live week.
Yeah. Every time they play this, it's $50.
That's right.
But he was coaching me on how to get into the food truck business. We have a son, Jayon, and he's 21. And he's in the food industry now, so we was like, hey, let's partner together and do this. So this past year, 2023, he's been learning more, and he's excited now. Just joined the Food Truck Association. We've been out there at Lewis and Clark. Things. We've been local, but now we're really about to expand out there and really go full force.
How cool is it though to be able to, because it's not everyone thinks it kind of goes hand in hand when you have, you know, the son and dad duo that, oh, well, you know, the son's going to take over and follow the reins, but sometimes, and coming from a family business, you never know how that is. But what's it like to really kind of navigate that with your son too, and really go through kind of the learning challenges of life as a young individual, plus if he's like, you know, like me too, we're a young person that's actually doing something, and while everyone else is still kind of having a good old time and running around.
Yeah.
You know, is it kind of unique to have that relationship in a way that's business oriented?
Unique is a good. Unique is the word you want to use that. I mean,
that's awesome.
You know, it has its challenges because again he's younger.
Yep.
And he gives a total youthful spin to it, and we're a little bit more seasoned.
Yep.
This is our money on the line here. Our reputation, as well as trying to build him a reputation. So we have had these clashes, to say the least. However, the thing I like about it is he didn't quit.
Yes.
And I'm big with that, man. I cannot deal with quitters.
100%. So there was a rule in our family, and my dad coaches soccer. We've all been soccer people, but if you started anything, I was on the robot team. Okay, yeah, it didn't work out well. I was on the robot team because I thought, what the hell? This is cool. Let's make a little robot. And I hated it the first day. And my dad says, well, that's great. You're going to hate it for the next 3 months because you're seeing this through until the end. You don't quit. And that's what it was. You try it. If you want, get through the first season. If you don't want to do it after that, at least you did it. You don't quit halfway through. And that's a great message for young people because it seems like that's kind of the easy way out. So let's do it.
It's so many options.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have options, so this goes into marriage, this goes into business, this goes into whatever. When you have options, you can easily drop that, right? You can easily say, nah, I'm bored, or I'll do something else. But when you don't have options, which our grandparents, great-grandparents did not have like we did. So when you got an opportunity, they had to seize it and make it work, right?
Yep.
And that's the problem that we have now.
You're right.
This new generation, and it's even with some adults as well, so not just speaking to millennials, but just too many options.
You're right.
They'll quit something in a moment, and I just been taught you never quit.
You're right. And I've said this 100 times over in the St. Louis radio station with Hartman at night, is the American dream isn't just this idea. It's part of a formula of hard work, perseverance, and really seeing things through and then achieving the success after you put in all that sacrifice, and you get to have that white picket fence in 20 years and realize I did it, I accomplished, and now here's my piece. And it's like now it's just like, well, hell, the guy's on the airplane, my social media influencer, and I can do that too.
Yeah.
No, you can't. That's just not going to happen.
Not while you're sitting there watching them for hours.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. 100% right. And I think that's why I love watching you guys work on it, because I follow everything on social media and I try to stay up to date with everyone. And every time I look, it's something new with the Harrisons, what you guys are working on. And it's really fun to see that because you're still two younger entrepreneurs in the community doing some really awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Through that to Cafe111, which I thought was a fantastic idea. How is that going in that building? Is it a beautiful building? I haven't been inside.
Oh, my goodness, man. They, GCP, Giant City Property.
Okay.
Shameless plug for them. They're going to owe me $50.
Another 50.
Yeah.
I got tallies.
They did a phenomenal job in that building, and they really built that up. I mean, the work that they're doing around the community is phenomenal. And they gave us an opportunity to be able to put this cafe in there, and it has been phenomenal. It has been challenging.
We have amazing employees.
Oh yeah,
I met two of them in Linda's class last year in January.
Okay.
I saw it was funny as hell. I went, yeah, no kidding. We just talked to Jason about 111 getting started.
Yeah. So we have right now Chef Reggie's there, and man, she is just knocking it out the park. We have Laura Fowler, which is she's a baker. And man, so all the breads, all the dessert stuff, that's freshly baked.
And
that goes a long way.
Oh yeah,
dangerously good.
I mean,
you're right though.
Oh, like seriously,
so good.
When I say I'm done, and then I'm still finding myself going there buying more. It's just
you can't move afterwards. You're like, just make it stop.
Yeah, but it has its challenges, man. You know when you look at corporate buildings like that, you automatically think, oh, you got a target audience, and that's just a gold mine for you. But the real challenge is that when COVID came, a lot of people went satellite. So a lot of satellite workers. So what looks large on the outside really is really smaller on the inside. And so we have the challenge of adapting to the tenants that are in there, and the bank has a steady flow, so customers are there. And so just being able to sustain that is as a milestone for us.
Yeah, we started from the bottom. So so it's not like we came in and they said, okay, this clientele likes this, this, and this. We literally had to, figure out what they wanted, what they liked. Because at first it was like, no, we're all on diets. We don't want cheesecake. The next couple months, no, we want the cheesecake.
Resolution's over.
It's like so being able to adapt, right?
Yeah.
And that's every entrepreneur has it.
You have to.
Yeah.
If you don't, you die, and that's just the way that life. And now,
Blockbuster. They can adapt.
Yeah, exactly.
Not quick enough.
Well,
They just held on to that model.
Well, and honestly, that's one thing that no one realizes with streaming that Netflix was really innovative was they're like, yeah, we send you a DVD, but hell with that, we're going to start working on streaming before anyone thought of it. And now look at them, they're kind of stuck in their ways and they're getting beat by other streaming platforms.
Yeah.
It's, well, we made it, but you got to keep making it.
Yeah.
Your success makes you irrelevant at times.
You're right, 100%. You can't keep your foot off the gas for 1 second.
Man.
Uh-huh.
What are your hours at Cafe111?
So 7 a.m. The chef gets there, and so she's cooking, and they've been closing around about 2:30ish. So they get to monitor in there the clientele, the flow that's going there. Like yesterday, we were there, we were prepping for everything, and like 4 people showed up in the building.
Oh no.
You know, but that's the nature of the beast, right?
Right.
So you adapt.
Yep.
And then today, she called me, man, people are flowing in. And so it's like, all right, well, this is great, you know. And so you have to be able to adapt, man. You have to be able to just go with those punches and know that if I stay consistent, if I stay track, if I keep to the course, success just has to happen.
100. Now, do you ever get some Marquette kids that wander in and want to get something to eat before they school starts?
So no. Which
What are you doing?
Marquette, please come. I mean, come on.
I didn't even know this business, and I just knew it was a perfect fit.
I mean, please, someone please reach out to us from there so we can find out how we can get in there.
I'll take care of that. We'll hook you up.
Thank you.
We'll make sure we get.
That's a 50 I owe. That's a 50 I owe now.
Yeah, there we go. Now
I owe 50.
Yeah. That's the way media works.
Yeah, I have. So I mean, I need to collect, and so then I can pay you.
But I mean, to me, that's perfect. If I was a high school kid, especially knowing that there's somebody making some real food, you aren't getting that quick trip junk. That, you know, I mean, let's be honest, we don't know what's in those rollers. Okay.
No.
And to be able to have something that's really going to fuel you and keep you, you know.
Like today is Wing Wednesday. Like, them are grilled wings that were done today. That's been placed over there. You can get garlic, parmesan, sweet Thai, chili, buffalo. You can get them naked, you know. But that's good food for the teachers there, parents, whatever. There is chicken noodle soup, homemade. Like this is not open from a can. This is chicken that was deboned and all the vegetables, everything put in there. So
you can't beat it. And I mean, that's why I love the idea of this because
Taco Tuesday, Reggie's tacos are amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, been fried right there on the spot as you order them.
Deep fried?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
on the pan.
Pan fried, but still, doesn't
But
matter.
yeah. I mean, you got to imagine this is a chicken that we cut up. The vegetables we put in there, making it fresh just like that. And not next week, but the following week on a Thursday. Shameless plug again for Homestyle, but we'll have Chef Drew there making Phillies.
Oh, that's
So that's
my
a new thing that we're about to
favorite,
incorporate. Philly cheesesteaks, man. So
What day? Thursday next week?
The following week. Yep, I'll let you know about it.
I will be there because I'm telling you, there's nothing in this world makes me happier than a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just hits you with, and that's what I think is so important about food because people don't realize. I mean, you can make or break someone's day with a good meal. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
it's
see
true.
their eyes just light up when they have something good. And you know, out of all the things you both do in the community, is there ever a moment where you just kind of look back, maybe when things start to slow down and holiday season, where you're like, man, we're really doing some good stuff? Do you ever have a moment because you're so busy to really reflect on things like that, or does it just keep moving forward?
Really, with me, man, I don't know about my wife, but I'm my hardest critic.
Yep.
So I don't feel like I'm ever doing enough.
Same, yeah.
If people had to, like my chef friend, Chef Drew, he had to come to the cafe and tell me. He said, "Man, you maximize this. You have did the absolute best. Man, I couldn't even do this like this." And someone had to remind me the other day, like, hey, you guys are a minority-owned catering company. We're on Lewis and Clark campus.
Yep.
We're on with Wash U. We're doing work. I mean, just the span and the federal and state local contracts that we have procured and executed. Just to be reminded from other people. But I'll always sit back and just be like, man, what am I not doing? What we're having, my family just got a new partnership with Challenge Unlimited. Shout out to Challenge Unlimited.
Oh.
That's 100. That's a corporate company.
That is. And actually, here, let me add on to that. And RiverBender.com is revamping the Challenge Unlimited website. We decided to take that on, so we're excited and love Stephanie and love John Becker.
They owe you 100 for that as
now
well.
I'm in the hole.
Yeah.
It's like always. It's like playing the slots.
But yeah, so to see what we do and to look at how many people we have employed and to look at the reach we're able to do, I always feel like there's more.
Yep.
There's always more to be done. And it's not going to be done unless my wife and I grow it.
How important is it for both of you to have that family bond and really the marriage bond to drive this? Because it really seems like you guys are a hell of a team that you lift each other up and have pros and cons to each other's strengths, weaknesses. How important is that for both of you to do this together?
You go first.
Why? So you can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
She owes me 50 for that. That's another 50.
We've seen newlyweds before. We know how the game goes.
It's good and bad.
Okay.
Easy.
Even though we'll try to do a date night, and I'm like, no business talk, and every time we do business talk, just because that's just what we love. Yeah, and we want to do it. But it can be very difficult trying to separate the two. It's like I can't complain to him when I get home about my boss because he's my boss. It's very difficult. Sometimes I just want to choke him, but at least, and at work, sometimes I need a hug and I'll just go take a hug. You know? So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I filed her. I made a complaint to HR about that.
That's awesome.
No, but from my view, I seen my parents grow ministry together with church. They started from the bottom, just them two. My dad was working full time.
And we're talking deliverance, correct?
Yep. My mom was the operational manager. She ran that church, man. Put everything the way it's supposed to be. So I have friends that are very successful that have built beautiful companies, man, outstanding things without their spouse. And then when they get back, now from building, you come back, so you're a public success, and kind of like a private failure.
You're right.
And so I didn't want that. So my journey is a little bit slower. Like I haven't got to where I want to go because I still leave to go pick up children from school with her. I start early at
He
home.
naps. He takes a nap. That's his nap time.
Yeah. I'm in the car.
Asleep.
No wonder I was talking to this guy for an hour.
Yeah, he was like, my spirit is there. But, we get that opportunity, man. We have grandchildren, we have 3. And so it's important to me that they get to see us working and see it, and they talk about entrepreneurship and what they want to do, and our children talk about what they want to do, and to me that's just so important, man.
And summers, they're all with us, which I love. I love us, even though we bicker and fight and stuff, but we're all together, and I just love it when we're all together.
Well, and honestly, I think that's something in America that people talk about more and more is the fact that the nuclear family is dying out, and to see that, and the term nuclear family is all positive because it shows how family really can achieve everything together without being individuals. And to hear that, I mean, it's great to know that younger families are becoming that same kind of powerhouse they used to in our country, and that's what I hope we all do because, like you said, you can bicker all you want.
Yeah.
But in 20 years, you're going to laugh about the bickering and go, remember that day it was 104 degrees? And,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And Kayla, Jason, thanks for stopping by today. I told you 15 minutes. I lied to you and kept you for 30. But
it's
this
fine.
was
Thank
fun.
you for having us.
Anytime you want to come on, fill us in on what you're working on, you're more than welcome to. And congratulations to all that you've done so far. And good luck this year. And anytime you want to come back on, tell us about what you're working on and being successful. And we'll be here. And I'll be here tomorrow live at 9 for more of our daily show. So on that note, all of you have a fantastic day. Go outside. It'll be 30 degrees. It'll feel like 125. On that note, have a great one and try your best to stay out of jail.